need non-crash damage, then you also have this, which is really good, because we're gonna have the Scorpius with 0 recovery eventually. So Great Sword with 0 recovery, pretty good. You might want to use Putty here. Nah, for 70 XP, I'd rather use lockpicks.
I've done it. I'll take it.
Question mark XP.
I know just the thing.
Don't need Putty.
The better part of valor. I'll have this open in no time.
Oh, this one can't be opened. I mean, we could go and get the lockpicks from the jail.
Are you looking for something?
Does he have lockpicks? He does. Let's just buy all of this.
I know just the thing. It's done.
Lockpicks don't cost anything. Oh, also before we do this, we have to get the quest. I mean, this spiritual weapon is quite okay. It always depends on your priest class shade. But the Barras one is really good because it has a lash on it. I think it's actually a corrode lash. And I mean, great swords have a good base damage. They do slash or pierce best. And yeah, 20% corrode. And with Scorpius Edge and Brilliant, like with Brilliant and with Salvation of Time and Scorpius Edge, you can get 0 recovery. And a great sword with 0 recovery is pretty fucking good. 90% of the time the Rod Skulls are still gonna be better, because as I said, ranged accuracy, there's a lot more ranged accuracy to be gotten, and it stacks with normal accuracy. So you can get like 170 ranged accuracy without even trying. But yeah, this is also pretty good. And yeah, the lash. I mean, there's other spiritual weapons which are pretty bad, though the Skane one is really bad, that's why I didn't want to go Skane. And yeah, 0 recovery, that's why I think we don't need Blood Mage, because you can get that with any priest multi-class. And as I said, the Chanter brings something to the table that the 15% lash, which will help with the auto attack build, so it's definitely not bad at all. Rod Skulls don't have 0 pen bearer, it's the AoE that has 0 pen. This thing. Rod Skulls have Crush as base thing, and they have normal pen. They have like 7 base pen, and because there's a Ring of the Marksman that gives you +1 ranged pen, they actually have 8 base pen, which is the same as 90% of the other summoned weapons, including this one. But yeah, because you will have a lot of accuracy. But yeah, the AoE isn't why I use Rod Skulls at all. I just use them for damage, basically. Yeah, the AoE is pretty useless. I think it actually has 6 pen, not 0, but it's still bad because it doesn't scale with the weapon enchantment. Like the weapon scales with levels, it will end up legendary, but the AoE will still have 6 pen. And the AoE might also not benefit from the Ring of the Marksman, I'm not too sure. But yeah, the AoE is pretty useless. The AoE weapon thing was a little bit better with the Wizard, because you had the Minor Blights as a summoned weapon, which you can choose the element by waiting a little bit until you have the element you want. And also if you have enemies that are weak enough to fire that it's viable to use, you have the Fire Ring for +10 accuracy. You can have extra fire pen from this, and because the Blights are also ranged weapon, all the ranged stuff also applies to them. So the Blights were a little better than Rod Skulls for sure. But this is still really good because we can switch between Rod Skulls and this if we have to. We can do all 3 damage types. We can do, well, not all 3, but we can do 3 damage types. We can do Slash, Pierce, and Crash. It might be 0 pen. The AoE is useless, so much is for sure. Whether it's 0 or 6 pen doesn't really make a difference. It is useless. That is really bad. Yeah, the greatsword will be really, really good. Zero recovery makes any weapon good. Even the shitty skein weapons are good with it. Don't get me wrong. But these weapons are just way better.
Don't remember ordering more drinks.
Last playthrough was 1.x. What am I missing? You're missing the Brilliant Cloak shade. The cloak that gives you Brilliant, that has a 1% chance to give you Brilliant when you take damage. But since you were playing 1 point something, do you remember Shanta Brilliant and how it got removed because it was too OP? Now any class can get that, and with Brilliant you can chain cast Salvation of Time, and with chain casting Salvation of Time you can use Scardio's Edge, which gives you 0% recovery, which has a 5% chance to give you 0% recovery for like 10 seconds or so. But if you have Brilliant and you chain cast Salvation of Time, you will have 0% recovery for as long as you want. That's what makes the summoned weapons so good. I mean, there's still better weapons than the summoned weapons in the game, but we're playing on the ultimate, and one of the challenges on the ultimate is that items break, and they actually break really fucking quickly, and technically they can be repaired, but because you can't enchant in combat, and because you also cannot flee from combat, that doesn't matter. You will never get the chance to repair them if you are in a fight that isn't meant for a level 1 character, but in anything higher than that. Oh, the Lash Borrower, the whole Lash scaling with disposition. First of all, it doesn't matter because I know all these by heart, the Stoic and the Rational. I mean, it's not really hard to remember them. The Stoic all look the same. But also the Lash doesn't actually do that much, the scaling. It's actually really, really shitty. No, Raddy, I don't know any of the others, but I know the Rational and the Stoic ones. And I know most of the cruel and aggressive ones. Does Scottish Edge proc from other abilities? No, you have to swing the weapon. So you have to know how often you can swing the weapon. You have to know when it will break, and you have to stop trying to proc it before it breaks. But we will have Scardio's Trophy in our second weapon slot. And if we can't get the Scardio's Edge proc, we will have to use Scardio's Trophy instead, which is not quite as good, but you still can easily get like minus 50% recovery with it.
Thought I'd try not to slam now.
Without breaking it.
Did Thorol put you up to this? So if anyone's good,
so that will be our backup if it looks like it's gonna break. But the thing is, the Scardio's Edge thing carries over after combat ends. No, ranged weapons break, but it's the same as with the Scardio's Edge. You have to be careful that you don't break it, but it procs on hit. You don't have a chance to proc it on the trophy. You have minus 5% per hit on the trophy. It's not as good as the Blade Cascade, but it's still pretty nice. Yeah, you don't need the Blade Cascade at all, but it's always nice to get. And once again, the Blade Cascade carries over if you prolong it with Salvation of Times for, say, 600 seconds, just to overdo it. And the fight ends and you're doing a DLC, for example, you will keep it after the fight, the same as the Brilliant. So you don't have to proc it every single fight. If you're doing a giant area, a DLC, you proc it as early as possible, you prolong it as long as possible, and you will have it for the whole area if you're careful enough.
Still kicking, eh? Hey, good work.
Yeah, infinite zero recovery and infinite brilliant. So priests are definitely a must-have for the challenge, in my opinion. They also help with keeping Valor safe, but just the whole Salvation of Time cheese is just insane. And because you can't flee from combat, it's actually easier to apply all your buffs to yourself as long as the enemies don't attack you and you're out of sight from them. Like they think you're in a situation where you would flee from combat. Because you can't flee from combat, you can actually use that to buff up your stuff infinitely.
Here you find that is.
Can you please just smack all the mobs? Need to see more fighting, Kara. We'll still be careful, Sai, but we have a build now that can smack a little more. A little more.
Let's keep quiet.
There's still everyone in town. I think you can slightly speed up the quest by killing this guy, but he's actually really tough to kill.
I'll take care of this.
Hey there. What's up? Stealing from most of these people is not worth it though. This person has like a good potion, so I guess we get that. Oops, I suck. Kill the governor so you get your ship back without going to the dig side. I've never actually managed to do that on test runs. I don't even know how people do that. What does she have?
We have to have a look.
I don't know. Nothing good.
What's this?
Oh yeah, you have to go there for the quest update.
I'll handle it.
How are we supposed to fight a giant?
We don't. We run.
Where? There is water on all sides.
Hey, Modern Savagery, what's up? What happened to the previous run? We died in that Sayuka fight. There was no way I was gonna live, so at some point I stopped using withdraw scrolls to get out of combat. I was fighting a druid and he killed me. I could have withdrawn, but I would have eventually run out of withdraw scrolls. There was too many enemies left and we had no way of killing them.
What is it? We are not something you wanted? Kue, I cannot say it would not be welcome, but and Gorechi Street is in the...
Let's see what we found.
Yeah, I killed him for science as well, but I still, when I went to the beach, nothing happened.
I'll have this open in no time.
A jailbreak?
Are you serious? Are you serious? I just opened the lock. I didn't know that pisses her off. You actually serious? I've never seen that before. Yeah, but now I don't get the quest, and she just interrupted me out of my skeletons. I did not know that would happen. Well, this run is dead already. Maybe not. Now I'm really happy we did the other quest. Imagine we wouldn't have done the other quest. I'm such a noob. Yeah, usually opening locks, no one cares about it. This is the only person on the entire planet that cares about it. She's healing. Why is she healing? Oh, my skeleton's up. No, I didn't try to release him. I just opened the door. No one else cares about that. Oh, she has constant recovery. That's gonna wear off. Alright. That doesn't have infinite duration. So that's fine. Our heal has infinite duration. Well, the build is already paying. The build change is already paying off. Her name is Constanza? No, Savia. Oh, Constanza recovery? That would be funny. If I did this with the Blood Mage, I'd be so fucked. I don't even have summons at this point. She's bleeding so much from the bleeding cat. And I guess from the soft winds. Yeah, Blood Mage would be dead here. What would I do? Also, I think just ran out her constant recovery. Fuck Mage, new subclass. This is annoying though, now I can't do the quest. I'm really happy we did the other run, the other strat, because now we wouldn't be able to get to level 4 if we didn't. Yeah, this quest is fucked. Oh no, it's the wrong quest. Where's the other one? Oh, it completely disappeared. Right. Wait, is this it? No. Yeah, it just disappeared. Well.
Of course. The guards will now be settled.
At least now I don't need to go after him, I guess. No, there are no other repercussions for killing her. I did this before. It's just that we lost the other quest, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, it doesn't look like you can display the cancelled ones. It seems like it's just gone. Well, that was unfortunate, but my plan was, because we did the other quest, the helping hands, my plan was not to go to Garachi Street right now, because you have to go out of town and back into Garachi Street to approach us from south, so you can sneak through easier. So my plan was to do this after Dick's side. So now we can't do it at all, but we should still get to level 4, so it's fine. We don't get the amulet, which is kind of annoying. But we do have max perception, so it doesn't matter at all. Lost rep in Port Mar. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy anything in Port Mar, so I don't care. I might buy some provisions or something, but I'm not gonna spend big money there.
I'll take care of this.
That was very, very strange. I've never seen anyone get pissed off for opening a locked door without actually stealing. I guess technically we weren't opening a container. That's why that happened. But still, that's weird as fuck.
I'll handle it.
I didn't see that side. You'd reroll Sorcerer like a real man. I would if I had a Sorcerer in this game. But there is no Sorcerer.
Better part of valor.
Shit game, no Sorcerer, Kappa. Where's Mokea? Oh, there she is. Give me a go.
You were looking for Kawa? The Valian? Yes. Ikai for that? Yes. I beat him. Why does this concern you? Don't be foolish. Clario will see. Why? So then, what am I? I will.
Tell you about my pre-gen fighter mage with 90 roll, 18 strengths, 100 strengths. Need to start that up. Went with 2 weapon and flails for star. Oh, is there any good flails in Baldur's Gate 1? Druid Wizard is called Sorcerer in this game? Really? I didn't know that. I don't know any of the names of the class combinations. But yeah, and Are there any good flails in Baldur's Gate 1? I feel like the best weapons in Baldur's Gate 1 are the scimitars from Drizzt. Then the weapon in SOD. Is that a flail? Maybe. Don't kill Drizzt. You don't necessarily have to kill him. If you're on LOB mode, he's bugged and will get killed by the Gnolls if you don't interfere. It takes forever though. Dual Rashads, no. If you don't kill Drizzt, don't go scimitars. There's no good scimitars besides his. You need to look out for +3 weapons as early as possible, because Belhifid in Siege of Dragonspear can only be hit with +3. Yeah, the Rashads are only +2, or even +1. They're not that good. Morningstar. A Morningstar is really good if you use enchant weapon on it. There's a Morningstar in SOD called Matis Morningstar, and on crit it takes off 15% of the target's max HP. So if you use enchant weapon on it to make it +3, it will absolutely destroy Belhifid, because you probably can only hit him on crit anyway, and he regens and whatnot, but 15% max HP will just completely destroy him. So Morningstar would be really good. Oh, Flail Morningstar is the same proficiency. That's amazing then. You have the right proficiency then. I didn't know that. Wait, are you on Enhanced Edition? Is it really the same proficiency on Enhanced Edition? It is. Oh, interesting. Do I still go Diplomacy? I need 8 Diplomacy. Let's actually double check. Yeah, I know it was the same in original, but I didn't know it was the same in... And yeah, of course, Baldur's Gate 2 you have Flail of Ages, yeah. But yeah, you have to get to Baldur's Gate 2 first. SOD is quite tough. Oh yeah, if we have Luminous Adra Potion, then again, we will lose Hylia's Bounty pretty early this run. We have the ring as well, from Deadlight though. But we won't wear that forever. Let's actually go with 2 more points in Diplomacy. Just to be safe. Oh, we're level 4 already, by the way, so this totally... You totally don't need the Prisoner quest this way. Easy SOD. SOD is pretty... Fighter Mage is pretty good for it, but it's more the fighter part that's good for it, not the mage part. There's just not that many mage scrolls in Baldur's Gate 1 and SOD. There's some good scrolls late in SOD, but that's where the sorcerer shines quite a lot, because he's not as dependent on scrolls. What you could do as a fighter mage though is the same strat was a sorcerer would do on Belhifid. You could get the Wand of Polymorph from Baldur's Gate 1, and you could use Malazon and True Sight for Belhifid, or lower resistance. Oh no, Fighter Mage doesn't get lower resistance because you don't get level 5 spells, so that doesn't work. What I said is, what a sorcerer would do is, for Belhifid, they would get the Wand of Polymorphing from Baldur's Gate 1, so you can polymorph something into a squirrel, and you would use lower resistance, Malazon, and Wand of and True Sight and Wand of Polymorph on Belhifid, turn them into squirrel. But you can't do that with the Fighter Mage because you don't get level 5 spells in SOD, I think. So you can't use lower resistance. Except if you use it from scrolls, I guess. You'll probably find 3 scrolls of that and use it. That could work. Are worms any good? I kind of want to try worms. Don't hold engagement probably doesn't matter too much for me. Give me a second. Sorry guys, I'm back. Yeah, I've played Chanter on my first character, but I don't remember how good or bad worms were. You get level 5 spells in SOD according to Wiki, even as a dual class, or multi-class I guess. You get 500k XP in SOD. Oh, you do? Okay. Oh, I mean, that's awesome. Oops. The minus armor is very strong. Goes against deflection. The problem with the minus armor is, I guess it's pretty good right now, but it's not good against mega bosses because it's an effect you put on them. And they have high resolve. Worms are okay as offensive summons. I mean, I mainly want offensive summons right now. If they have more pen than the skeletons with their 4 pen, I'm all sold out. Shield crack is good when you have summons attacking the enemy will not run out. Wait, what? Oh, when enemy takes damage, duration is increased. Oh, okay. That might be good. That is true. Pen scales with worms. Oh, okay, then we take the worms right now. I will take this later though, because that is really good. But if the pen actually scales, then they might be one of the best summons. These might also scale, so but they're really late. But yeah, I didn't see this upgrade. This upgrade is insane. So yeah, it's a must-have. Then of course a withdraw. And we're gonna have a great sword. Oh, if they don't have actual weapons, they scale that pen. I see. What does it target for? I think it actually targets deflection, which is great. Yeah, targets deflection. Yeah, the skeletons are really bad for attacking the enemy, but they're really good for proccing Brilliant, because you don't take any damage from them, even without armor. So that will be really helpful. But they just don't do anything for our damage right now. Good for cheats and engagement, yeah. Oh, also worms have an upgrade where they get like more powerful abilities. Or they are more powerful and have unique attacks, so that's gonna be interesting as well. For sure. I'm actually not gonna risk leveling further than level 4. I don't know if I could, because I killed the person in prison anyway. But if I didn't kill her, I wouldn't actually do the quest right now. Just so we don't get level 5 and all of a sudden the phantoms scale up or something. Because as we learned yesterday, while stealing the Cloak of Brilliant, having the enemies not scale up helps your stealth. because they have lower stealth detection if they're not scaled up. Also, I don't know if you heard that earlier, Raddy, when I said that, but the captain's banquet problem we had yesterday, I'm actually gonna take captain's banquet and damage now, but I'm gonna take the mechanics trainer, the stealth trainer, so I get +1 to stealth. I'm gonna go to level 14 instead of 13. And even with Captain's Banquet, without Hylia's Bounty, we should have 23 stealths. And so we can still steal the cloak, and they're still not upskilled because they're level 15. So the route is definitely gonna be much improved now. Oh hey, Zali, what's up? Haven't really given up the Blood Mage. It was a good build, but it had one fatal flaw, the early game. And we just witnessed how powerful Ashanta early game is with the challenges. By getting attacked by the jailer unintentionally and just absolutely destroying her. So now we have a build that should be the same late game. Like the whole cheese with Scordios and Salvation of Time, yada yada, still works with Ashanta. And you even get the Lash on top, the 15%. But yeah, we are stronger early game because we have resources that are infinite per encounter. So we don't need Brilliant to fight. We would still use it for mega bosses and stuff, but we don't need it. It's Chris Lee. But yeah, I keep improving my route at the moment, Lee. Or Chris, I guess. And even though I'm kind of sad I died for no reason at all yesterday, I'm still happy that we have a better route now. And technically, maybe a better class, I don't know. A class at least as good, but better early game. Also, thank you for the follow, Chris. Appreciate it. How high level were you able to get before you died? I was level 13 or 14. I think I was 13, almost 14. But there was no reason for me to die. I went into the door and Sayuka that triggers the animal ambush for no reason at all. All I wanted was an oyster, which was really stupid now in hindsight. Now that I think about it. But it happened all the same.
I'll take care of this.
He's got Twitch for Android, so I can keep on watching while bringing the toddler to bed. Yeah, phones are great. Sometimes. It makes you feel better. One of my early deaths was so stupid, just running into storm. Oh yeah, I had the same actually, but I wasn't on the ultimate yet when that happened, but I was on TOI, one of my practice runs. And yeah, it was exactly the same. I ran into a storm. I actually survived the storm, but I was on super low whole health. No, wait, I did die to the storm, but before the storm, I stupidly went into a ship fight and took damage. I got out of the ship fight with like 10 HP and then the storm killed me. But yeah. It happens. Can't get it. Can't let it get to your head. Just have to keep going. This is all about not taking risks on one side, but also not repeating mistakes on the other side. And there's plenty of room for mistakes during the whole run. Wait, why is my sneak so bad? What is going on?
Of course.
These guys didn't detect me this easy before. What the fuck is going on? I remember this not filling up as quick here. I panicked, I didn't even pick up the chest. I should pick up the chest. But I don't know why my meter is filling up so quickly. Hey, Dreddy! Oh, Dreddy, by the way, you remember how we always had trouble to that your sub displayed? So did you actually share your sub? Because I was talking to Ordnant yesterday because he also subbed yesterday and it didn't get shown on stream. And then he asked me, yeah, was it maybe because I didn't share it? And I was like, yeah, that must be it. Because I'm using Streamlabs to show. You didn't? Oh, okay. That might be the problem. Because I'm using Streamlabs to show what's happening, like the notifications. And that might be that they just don't show it. That might be a thing. Yeah, the followers have gone up from like 300 to almost 400 just since I started the ultimate. That's insane. Thank you guys so much.
I'll take care of this.
Okay, let's get some crackers rolling. Oops. You don't mind it, okay. It's just a shame when I don't see it and I can't thank you. I always feel bad.
Easy now.
And I can't say thank you for that. I think there's some RNG in the way enemies face. Yeah, but if you have enough stealth, it doesn't matter if they face your way. Like if you have a stealth rating high enough compared to their level, compared to their detection, you can like stand right in their face as long as you don't bump into them, you're fine. And I thought the beetles were like that, but maybe the beetles were not. Maybe they're lower levels than the ghosts and they're upscaled already. Because I'm level 4.
I'll take care of this.
But yeah, usually the ghosts, I can be right up in their face and they don't see me with 5 stealths, which we have. Oops.
Thanks for letting me tag along. The Deadfire is awfully big for this little Orlin.
Let's keep quiet.
While Vela's talking shit, he's like, let's keep quiet. I like this noble voice pack already. It knows what's up. So yeah, these guys here. Yeah, see? These guys can face your way and it doesn't really matter. See?
I'll handle this.
Yeah, Burra. It's amazing. He knows how to handle her. I like him. Wait till you hear it laughing. Will he do that when my summons do damage though? Because it's gonna take a while until I'm actually gonna attack enemies. Because I'm a pussy. Aussies! Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Aussies? Are you actually an Aussie? I once was in Oz. For about 2 weeks only though. But it was still a great time. Yeah, Australia is really great. Spooders everywhere, that is true. I've never run into anything dangerous in my time there, but yeah, I've only been there for 2 weeks. But my first thing when I arrived there, we were going on a football field to play football. We just got off the plane, it's all hot and everything, and the people we stayed with, they're like, hey, let's go play football. It was like 30 or 40 degrees outside, but okay. And the first thing we saw when we approached the football field was a big sign, beware of snakes. I was like, that's great. But yeah, I never actually ran into any dangerous animals there. So I guess I got lucky. Added with my mortar monk laughed so hard every time I did Whispers of the Antlers. Yeah. Oh no, WOTV, what even is that? Is that the monk Whispers of the Wind or whatever it's called? You play football if you're upside down, yeah. Oh, Whispers of the Wind, yeah, right. Yeah, you probably crit a lot when you do that.
Onward.
This guy's still here, I don't like that. Let's throw another one. What? Show this one here.
Charge.
Okay, all there now. Bye bye.
I'll take care of this.
Noble and Constant in one group. Wahaha, hee hee hee, ho ho ho.
In between.
Oh, we actually leveled here, so this is more XP than doing Garachi Street, huh? Which is really bad. Kind of, because now they might be scaled up, the ghosts, but I guess we can put another point in stealth and it should be fine. But this is semi-scary. We might want to go this for now. Endgame we're gonna go with one-handed and two-weapon style, but right now I want my worms to do my fighting. Also, talking of worms, I haven't even AI assigned them yet. Yeah, let's just go with